This is Eagle Owl, and today I will be talking about AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts speak on the passionate fans. Also, Bryce Huff admitted he signed to the Eagles for the bag. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? We're going to talk about it. Lastly, we got to talk about the Sirianni disrespect, but let's get straight into it. Right, man. Before we hop straight into it, got to shout out today's sponsor, BetUS. Use promo code U2150 on your first deposit, get 150% boost, and on your next two deposits, get 125% boost. Again, use promo code U2150 and can do this up to $2,000. And remember, bet responsibly. All right, so let's get into these quick hits, man. Let's talk about it. We all seen it last night. Hell, I'm recording it around like 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I seen it. Zach Baun got snubbed. Zach Baun got snubbed. But before we talk about Zach Baun, we got to salute Saquon Barkley. He did win it. I expected Verse to win his defensive rookie of the year. But the Zach Baun thing was ridiculous. Everybody knew in Philadelphia Zach Baun was going to be snubbed. It just was inevitable, right? Not only was he snubbed, they had the voting, right? So Patrick Surtain, the guy I thought was going to win because he had the bigger name, was one. And Zach Baun was fifth. He was fifth in voting. So they had Myles Garrett in front of him, TJ Watt in front of him, Trey Henderson in front of him. These dudes don't watch football. It's no way in hell. You looked at Zach Baun numbers and all that. I don't even have to look at their numbers. It's no way in hell they had a better year than Zach Baun. I don't have to look at any of those dudes' numbers. None of them. Zach Baun just had a better year. Simple as that. The impact on the field. He got the numbers. Hell, he turned the position around. And I said this, man, because he don't got that big name, he don't have that cachet, he wasn't going to win. His name not Fred Warner. His name not Roquan Smith. Simple as that. His name not Patrick Queen. Those the names people know. They don't know Zach Baun. But you're going to find out Sunday. Y'all going to find out Sunday. Y'all fucked up, man. So, look, man, it is good that he was in the conversation for sure, especially where he came from. Like, he was the Saints special teams guy, had him at edge rusher. He comes to the Philadelphia Eagles, play a new position, get an all-pro, at least get nominated. Got to salute that he was nominated. But now what Zach Baun got to do, prove on Sunday on the biggest stage why he deserved that award. Now, I know a lot of people saying Quinyon was snubbed, but Verse, man, the Verse was a beast. The thing with Quinyon, the reason why he didn't get as many votes is because he didn't have a pick during the regular season. If he had like 2-3 picks, I would debate it a little more, but in the regular season, he had no picks. And Verse was balling. I got to keep it. Look at the games he played against us. The snow game and even the regular season game. He put Mulatto on his ass in the game. And that's a hard thing to do. Pause. So, again, man, Verse definitely deserve it. And Quinyon Mitchell being in second place is fine. I could deal with that. But Quinyon is a dog for sure. But well-deserved Verse. But that's that Bond thing. Fucked me up, man. Fifth place. Fifth? Psh, insanity. And freaking sanity. All right, so let's talk about Mekhi Becton. You know, he talked to my guy Richie over at Roundtable, and he spoke about the culture with the New York Jets and the Philadelphia Eagles and how, you know, Landon helped them out, how Mulata, Lane, and those guys helped them out. And the difference between the coaches is that the Philadelphia Eagles play to win. Now, let me play this clip.
We're here with Mekhi Becton, Richie from Roundtable Sports. Mekhi, tell me what it's been like getting drafted by the New York Jets in the first round and then coming to Philadelphia. Now you're in the Super Bowl. Just tell me how that feels.
It feels great, man. It's not, I can't do nothing but thank the man above.
And what have you learned so far being a Philadelphia Eagle, right? Because you're the first time you ever played right guard and you're absolutely dominating the trenches. You got Saquon Barkley, you know, putting 2,000 yards on the rushing attack. What's that been like moving to right guard?
It's been a crazy transition, but it's been fun at the same time because I'm helping the team out. So it's always good to help the team out.
And you're entering free agency. Would you like to stay here in Philadelphia, or you're keeping a mind open, or you're staying present with the Super Bowl? You haven't thought about that yet.
Yeah, I really haven't thought about that right now. I'm just trying to win this game.
And what have you learned from guys around you, right? I mean, the Philadelphia Eagles, they're always known to have one of the best offensive lines. Even before you got there, you plug in a right guard, and now they're dominating the league. What are some veterans on the team that you really learned from the most?
I would say Lane and Jordan. Those are the two guys I learned from the most. Even though Landon, I don't know if Landon's older than me or not. He might be, but even though Landon came in like after me, I still learned a lot from him as well. So all those guys that's been here and that know Stout, I learned a lot from them.
From a culture standpoint, what is the biggest change that you've noticed coming from the Jets organization, the Eagles organization?
I would say they're very confident. I would say that the Philly organization is very confident. They know what they're about to do. They know what they're going to do, and they're going to go do it.
Interesting thing, the guy that was interviewing him is a Jets fan, so he probably wanted like more detail. But Mekhi Becton kept it real. The culture here is phenomenal, and I'm happy Mekhi Becton feel that way. I believe Mekhi Becton was asked about his money too. He's like, look, man, I'm focused on the Super Bowl. I love to hear that. And, I think he's going to leave it out all on the table, man. I really, really do. But last but not least, last quick hit is the flu. Yes, the flu is floating around once again. Remember the Super Bowl we won? Everybody caught the flu. And now this time, everybody caught the flu. Jalen Carter, I believe Quinyon Mitchell got sick. Nolan Smith got sick. It's a couple guys. And even on the Chiefs side, guys are getting sick as well. And even a reporter, a Philadelphia Eagles reporter, put up like, yo, he was trying to interview Nolan Smith. Nolan Smith had on the mask. He like, look, you don't want to come too close. You don't want to get what I got, man. So it's definitely something floating around in New Orleans. But I seen the picture of Jalen Carter, and he looked healthy. He looked healthy. Look like he's going to be good to go. A lot of people was freaking out with this flu thing. I think they'll be fine. They got the flu now. It's not like today is Saturday. They caught it probably, I think, like Wednesday, Tuesday. I believe by Sunday, everybody should be fine and healthy and ready to go. So, again, man, yeah, we're going to be ready to go. We're definitely going to be ready to go. But let's get into these main topics. A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts spoke about the fans and how passionate we are and how they want to win. But let me play these clips.
Very passionate. Literally, yesterday I was waiting on my food outside in the hotel. Somebody yelled my name, was like, AJ, lock in. I'm like, all right. But I appreciate that because, they wear their emotions on their sleeves when it comes to this game. If we win or lose, it goes basically how their day gonna go, for the rest of the week, on a regular basis, and they just want to win, and we do too. So,
I think the passion oozes out, the passion oozes out, and then I play the game that I love here. I didn't know where the journey would lead me. I didn't know where I end up playing, but definitely couldn't imagine being anywhere else. This is what you play for. You play for opportunities like this and moments like this, and it'll be good to leave it all out there on the field. So we got another opportunity to do it, and we work very hard for this moment and to be the last man standing. And so we just want to put our best foot forward. We got another opportunity to get better at practice today and just take advantage of it and keep stacking.
I love it, man. I love how the players are bought into the fans as well, because some of the players could look at these guys just fans, man, this and that, but they really bought into the passion, to the love of the city, and they know what they got to do. They know they got to bring it home and give it they all on the field, and I believe those guys are going to do that, especially A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts. You heard what the fan was saying to A.J. Brown. Lock in, big dog. Lock in. So, again, man, I can't wait till Sunday. I really can't wait. This is one of the slowest weeks ever. I swear this week been going by slow, but I'm happy today is Friday. Really, really happy today is Friday, man. And again, I can't wait to see these guys play. Next topic, I hate to bring this up, but I guess it's news. Bryce Huff. So Bryce Huff admitted, he signed for the bag. And let me play this clip for my guy from Roundtable.
Richie from Roundtable Sports here with Bryce Huff. Bryce, walk me through it, man. How has this week been? You're in the Super Bowl representing the Philadelphia Eagles.
I mean, it's been a great week, great experience. Had the media day a few days ago. It was cool. Had a lot of fun with my guys, just going out to dinners and enjoying the area. And then practices and stuff is cool. Great weather down here, so it's been a good experience.
Can you walk me through the free agency process last year? You know, becoming an undrafted free agent by the New York Jets, you climbed the ranks to get paid the contract that you did. What was going through your mind entering free agency, and why did you end up choosing Philadelphia?
Honestly, going into free agency, I just want the biggest bag. At the end of the day, like, when you play for pennies on the dollar, coming in as an undrafted rookie, you don't get to sign a bonus. You're playing for rookie minimum. And I just kind of, like, I tried to provide more value than I was being paid back in New York. Like, I wanted to play like a $20 million guy. I wanted to play like one of the top guys in the league, and I feel like I did that, being the most efficient rusher in the league year after year while being in that scheme. So I just feel like I deserve to get a bag off of it. And
well, you did. Congratulations for the bag, number one. But another question I have for you, what's the biggest differences you've learned being with the Jets for so many years and now you're with Philadelphia from a culture standpoint? What have you learned? What's the difference between the Jets and the Eagles?
I mean, I just told the last guy that interviewed me asked the same question. He was just like, what is your biggest difference between the two? And honestly, like, I was a part of a top defense in New York, so being part of a top defense here is pretty similar. Like, everybody's working hard, everybody's locked in, everybody's focused and doing what they can to put on a good game for the guy next to them. So I feel like in that regard, there's a lot of similarities because, like, on this defense, like, I'm working hard for my guys next to me, my guys are working hard for me, and we're just going to do what we can to help our team win.
Last question for you, Bryce. Any teammates that kind of took you underneath their wing? You came there as a big-time free agent, and was there anybody on the defense that you really were able to pick their brain in terms of, you know, perfecting your craft?
Yeah, definitely BG. You know, BG is a guy that's been in this league for a long time, and he started off at Philly as well, and he went through some rough times in Philly. And, like, I didn't have the best year this year, and I dealt through some adversity. And he was one of the main guys talking me through everything and making sure I was straight, and just making sure I had my head on right for every day, for practice, meetings, and media or whatever it may be. Like, he was definitely a cornerstone for me this year.
Just one last follow-up. You mentioned this was a down year for you from your perspective. How do you deal with that adversity, and how can you use this as fuel to kind of have a bounce-back year in year number 2 with the Philadelphia Eagles?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, just keep doing what I've been doing, just working hard, and like praying to God that everything goes in my favor. And even if it doesn't, like, I'm gonna keep working hard, controlling the controllables, and just putting my best film out there every Sunday.
Good luck, man. Rooting for you.
I like that he kept it real. He also mentioned to another reporter that, you know, he got a life outside of football, and dealing with all this, you know, pressure was hard on him. He admitted that. And I always said that, like, yo, he came from New York. He was undrafted. So he never really had pressure. But he definitely outplayed his contract in New York. Eagles offered him some money, and he took it. He took it, and he struggled a lot. And a lot of Eagles fans, they was on him like, yo, bro, like, you're not playing up to the standard. You're not playing good. And I think that got to him. He started deleting pictures and all this and all that. I don't want to question his dedication. He's in the freaking NFL. But, man, that's why, let me say this, just to know Eagle out just a little bit. It's not always good to take all the money. It's not. Like, I work in a pretty good field, I would say, and I get job offers from time to time. And the reason why I don't take them, because the job that I'm at, they pay me well. You know, it's comfortable. I get good benefits. I get to work from home from time to time, so it makes it easier for me to shoot these videos from time to time. Whereas though I could go to another company, benefits is but they pay me more money. I don't know if I fit their culture, which is a big thing about the company I'm at. Culture as well. Again, I'm hybrid. I get to work on my side business. You know, what I'm trying to allude is that sometimes certain cultures just don't fit you, especially if you can't live up to the pressure. I'm pretty sure he heard about Eagles fans and how passionate we are. We look at a guy like A.J. Brown, get a lot of money, but we know he's passionate when he's on the field. When I see these things, it makes me question his passion. And I don't like that. Because again, the guy's in the NFL. And also, can he handle the pressure? I hate that I feel that way. But it's just telling me like he chased the bag. Like even if you look at the Hassan Reddick thing, we like, look, Hassan, we give you money, but we can't pay you that much. And he wanted his money. He took a risk, went to the Jets, and guess what? The culture didn't fit him. Losing organization. I bet you on Hassan Reddick, he's watching all this in the back of his mind. Like, man, like I could have just stayed in the Philly, made 20 mil or 19, whatever, and continued to win, get more endorsements to make up for the money lost. But instead, he was chasing the bag. And sometimes that's just not the right choice. Like Bryce Huff, vice versa. He got the bag, but Philly looked like it's not a good fit. Think of Mekhi Becton. Mekhi Becton is a great example. He had offers from other teams. He could have got more money, could have played this left tackle position, but he decided to come to Philly because he know the culture is winning, the high pressure, and we got Jeff Stoutland. So all the things matter, and he took less. Like, look, these guys know what they're talking about. Jeff Stoutland know how to get the O-line right. Let me switch the guard. And you see, like, Mekhi Becton's crying on the sideline of happiness and joy. Like, wow, I'm winning. This culture really fits me. We really winning. I love it. Sometimes the culture just doesn't fit you. And I think that's what Bryce Huff has gone through. And chasing the bag. Maybe he should have went somewhere where his style of play works. It just don't work in Philly. Don't work. And then the pressure. Talking about pressure. Man, I just don't know how he outlived that contract, but we'll see. We'll definitely see. But last but not least, let's talk about this Sirianni, man. Sirianni, when I hear him get criticized, it's weird. When I hear him get criticized by other people outside of Philadelphia, it hurts my heart. Like, because I know he deserves more credit and more love than he gets. He do. Like, Sirianni got a winning record, been to 2 Super Bowls. We see what happened. He lost one. He took on a team that was projected to win 4 games, got 9 wins out of it. Now, Sirianni a play caller? No. I mean, is he a bit off the wall a bit? Yes. But to call him a doofus, let me just play the clip.
Game to prepare, but with 2 weeks, Andy Reid there, Sirianni somewhere else, I don't know.
All right, Nick.
Wait, real quick on Sirianni. If we're doing a post-game show back in college, and I tell you, there's a coach who in 4 years has made 2 Super Bowls, 4 double-digit win seasons, 4 playoff appearances, 3 double-digit win seasons. The winningest coach among active, the highest winning percentage among active coaches. What would you say about those numbers?
I know it sounds amazing. I can't figure it out because I just know in my bones the guy's a doofus. But you're right. Listen, wins and losses are a coaching stat. His resume is really unimpeachable, and yet
he was almost impeached by the team.
Correct. That's what I was going to say. Yeah, and yet it felt like he was a week 5 loss away from being fired. It felt like.
I think Nick Wright went a little too far, man. A doofus? Like, look, even Zack Berman ran down the numbers. Like, if that was anybody else, you would be like, oh, yeah, he's great. This and that and the third. But a doofus, though? A doofus? I don't know, man. I mean, you say that stuff for shock value. I get it because I content create. So I get why guys do that. You get the clicks, get the views, get people to watch to see what you say. But I think a doofus is a little too far, man. Trust me, I said some things about players, but come on, man. That's just insane, man. I really feel bad for Sirianni because he got the wins to back it up, but he will never get the praise because everybody know he's not the offensive play caller, which if you look at a lot of teams like Detroit Lions head coach. He get a lot of love. Everybody know he's not calling the plays. In Baltimore, the Harbaugh, he don't call plays, but he get a lot of love. Why not the same thing for Nick Sirianni? Oh, because he got a good GM doing his job, getting the players, getting the offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators. That's why Sirianni can't get the praise. I don't like it, man. I just want my guys to go out there and prove people wrong. Sunday, a lot of disrespect, man. A lot of disrespect for us today, man. But that's all I got for you guys today. And hey, man, what do you think? How do you feel? Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, loving the fans. I appreciate it. Bryce Huff, signing for the bag. I mean, I guess he kept it real. I guess. And Sirianni being called the Doofus. But this is Eagle Owl, man. I'm out.